may maganda po tayong balita ngayon. Kasi inilabas na po ang executive order kung saan po voluntary na lang po ang pagsusuot ng face mask sa indoor and outdoor settings. So, pinirmahan na po ni PBBM ang executive order number 7. Oh, ito po yan allowing voluntary wearing of face mask in indoor and outdoor settings, reiterating the continued implementation of minimum public health standards during the state of public health emergency relative to the COVID-19 pandemic. So basahin natin yung nakapaloob sa Executive Order number 7. Whereas, Section 15, Article 2 of the 1987 Constitution provides that the state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. Whereas, as a result of continued immunization, countries around the world have been instituting measures such as reopening of international borders and relaxation of health and safety protocols and requirements resulting in immediate positive impacts to their economies. Whereas countries in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN as well as various countries across the world have begun liberalizing face mask mandates with no significant increase in the number of COVID-19 cases recorded. Whereas Executive Order number 3 or EO number 3 series of 2022 allowed the voluntary wearing of face mask in outdoor settings or in open spaces and non-crowded outdoor areas with good ventilation provided that not fully vaccinated individuals, senior citizens, and immunocompromised individuals were highly encouraged to wear face masks and that physical distancing shall be observed at all times. So, ang word po dyan ay highly encouraged. So, ibig sabihin, kahit po yung mga elderly or yung mga immunocompromised or yung mga hindi pa fully vaccinated ay pwede na po na hindi magsuot ng face mask. So, ibig sabihin na meron na silang choice kung gusto nilang magsuot or hindi ng face mask sa outdoor settings base sa Executive Order number 3. Whereas, as of October 26, 2022, 73.5 million individuals in the Philippines are fully vaccinated while 20.5 million individuals have booster doses. Whereas, 88 of the country's 121 provinces, highly urbanized cities, and independent cities, and 696 of the country's component cities and municipalities are under Alert Level 1. Whereas, through its Resolution number 3 series of 2022, the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases or IATF recommended the further liberalization of the face mask mandate to make the wearing of masks in indoor settings optional or voluntary except in healthcare facilities, medical transport, and public transportation by land, air, or sea. Whereas, in the same resolution, the IATF recommended that senior citizens, individuals with comorbidities, immunocompromised individuals, pregnant women, and unvaccinated individuals be highly encouraged to wear face masks in indoor settings, whereas a policy of voluntary wearing of face mask in both indoor and outdoor settings is a positive step towards normalization and a welcome development that would encourage activities and boost efforts toward the full reopening of the economy, whereas Section 17, Article 7 of the Constitution provides that the President shall have control of all the executive departments, bureaus, and offices and shall ensure the faithful execution of the laws. So, ayan nga. Ito yung mga premises kung bakit nga napirmahan itong Executive Order 7 or bakit inilabas sa Executive Order number 7. So, basahin naman natin kung ano yung mga probisyon na nakalagay dyan sa Executive Order number 7. Basahin natin yung mga sections ng Executive Order number 7. So ito yung Section 1, voluntary wearing of face mask in indoor and outdoor spaces. The wearing of face mask in indoor and outdoor settings shall be voluntary except in the following settings: healthcare facilities, including but not limited to clinics, hospitals, laboratories, nursing homes, and dialysis clinics; medical transport vehicles such as ambulance and paramedic rescue vehicles; and public transportation by land, air, or sea. Mask wearing is still encouraged for the elderly, individuals with comorbidities, immunocompromised individuals, pregnant women, unvaccinated individuals, and symptomatic individuals. So, yung mga nabanggit nga ay encourage lang ha. Ibig sabihin, voluntary lang din kung gusto na magsuot ng face mask o hindi. Pero doon nga sa mga healthcare facilities, doon sa mga medical transport vehicles at sa public transportation ay kailangan pa rin na nakasuot ng face mask. Pero doon sa ibang mga lugar, sa mga restaurant, sa mga malls, sa mga parks, ay hindi na po kailangan na magsuot ng face mask. Yun po ay voluntary na lang. Kung gusto niyo magsuot ng face mask, pwede po kayo magsuot. Kung ayaw niyo na po, ay pwede rin po na hindi na kayo magsuot ng face mask. Section 2. Minimum Public Health Standards. The minimum public health standards or MPHS to effectively prevent and minimize the spread of COVID-19 in the country shall continue to be implemented consistent with the principles of shared accountability, evidence-based decision-making, socioeconomic equity, and rights-based approach. The DOH is directed to continuously update the MPHS guidelines in accordance with this order. The general public, in compliance with the MPHS, is hereby enjoined to exercise diligence in carrying out health protocols such as the practice of good hygiene, frequent hand washing, observance of physical distancing, and maintenance of good ventilation, especially in indoor settings. Section 3. Vaccination and booster coverage. All local government units or LGUs are directed to submit regular reports on their vaccination status to the Department of Health. Provinces, highly urbanized cities, independent component cities, and municipalities which are currently at low risk classification but at alert level 2 status because of failure to meet vaccination targets to warrant the escalation are highly encouraged to undertake efforts to further expand their vax and booster coverage. Section 4. Assistance and cooperation of agencies and LGUs. All departments, agencies, and instrumentalities of the government, including state universities and colleges, government-owned or controlled corporations, and government financial institutions and LGUs, are directed to render full assistance to and cooperation with the IATF for the effective and orderly implementation of this order. Section 5. Separability. If any section or part of this order is declared to be unconstitutional or invalid, the other sections or provisions not otherwise affected shall remain in force and effect. Section 6. Repeal. EO number 3 series of 2022 is hereby repealed. All other orders, rules, and regulations or parts thereof which are inconsistent with the provisions of this order are hereby repealed, modified, or amended accordingly. Section 7. Effectivity. This order shall take effect immediately upon its publication in the official gazette or in a newspaper of general circulation. So ito nga ay pinirmahan ngayong October 28, 2022 ni PBBM. So ayan po, enforce na po yung Executive Order number 7. So ibig sabihin, pwede na po tayo na hindi magsuot ng face mask sa indoor and outdoor settings. So ayan po. May choice po kayo kung gusto nyo pa rin magsuot ng face mask, pwede pa rin naman. Pero kung ayaw nyo na po, pwede na rin. Pwede na rin po kayong hindi magsuot ng face mask sa indoor settings. Bukod lamang po sa ilang piling lugar tulad po ng healthcare facilities, medical transport vehicles, at sa public transportation by land, air, or sea.